All right, hello, and welcome back to the Crossword vlog, aka Clog, Monday edition and Tuesday edition. We're coming off of a really strong week of solves. Yeah, kind of tragic that we didn't manage to complete the 1 hour challenge. There's some pretty obvious places where we could have been a little bit faster, namely the Tuesday. But yeah, we're obviously just circling around. Um, uh, Completing this challenge. It's been a long time coming, could be any week now. We're starting off with the Monday. This looks like a non-standard grid size. I can't tell you exactly why. I could be totally off on that, but something about is it like wider than usual or something? I could be so far off. But anyway, double constructor, which is generally a good sign. Yeah, let's get right into it. Pass, flat, psych, yo-yo, chips, uh, aloha, say it, swoop or something, okay, Winona, be hot, or so, nitro, snowcap, go, lots, plates, play yips, so many, maybe ones, no pain, no gain, silly, inane, test, football, Niners, Omni, Conan, Girls of Code, Iodine, Amnio, complete sets, and C to matters, Z, tore up, tress, wisest, I guess, be kind, rewind, I say so, smooched, leak, all else, air, or complete sets, Cape Cod, verb procedure, guess a noun, deli, something, um, discipline, maybe yoga, um, probably an ogre, S, deli, cases, odd, liquid, setup, inspo, USS, you snooze, you lose, odd lots, my fault, fury, mind your own business, scary good, shed, coda, date, use operate, edit, relocate, poppins, say it, don't spray it, nay, evades, Rubik, ludes, celeb, CPR, plume, deli, maybe do it, Eden, SO, neon. What did I? Oh, psych. All right, not a bad time at all. Um, I believe that's a little bit faster. Yes, 0004, 46. And yeah, I don't know. This was a larger than average puzzle, so that is quite a good time on that. Yeah, I don't know what tipped me off from the preview, but you can see this is 16 across instead of 15, but it's still 15 tall, I believe. 4 plus, or 5 plus 5 is 10, plus another 5 is 15. Yeah, so larger than average and not a lot of black squares as well. In terms of the theme, well, it's just not much to it. It's just rhyming phrases. All of them are pretty nice. Be Kind Rewind is obviously uh, a little retro at this point. I think there's a movie named that, which I think is why that was in my brain. I don't think I've ever seen this phrase out in the wild. Um, I do think the fill was pretty solid all throughout. Not a lot of cringeworthy stuff. Really, not a lot of three-letter fill in general. Scary Good, I liked a lot. Deli Cases, not really familiar with that. Odd Lots, also not huge on. But outside of that stuff, I think it was pretty solid. Um, Felt maybe a touch harder than your average Monday, but also that might just be because of all of the long fill. And if it's going to be hard, I think that's the way to make it hard, not just obscure stuff. I guess Amnio is pretty rough, um, and then less on the rough side, but I Say So is a little less, you know, perfect sounding than I Said So. But overall, I liked it well enough. I think it's definitely more ambitious than the average Monday. I think it held up to a bit of scrutiny. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now on to the Tuesday. Now this looks like the opposite thing. This is smaller than average. This is narrow and tall, I guess, which I think just makes it one square less than the average puzzle. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 6. Yeah, 16 by 14. Interesting playing with the shapes this week, I guess. Um, but yeah, whereas the previous one added 15 whole squares, this only removes one. So we're still net up 14 squares on the week. Let's get it started. Lag, lawns, alien, genoa, neonatal something, niche, snail, Cleo's, offshore oil rig, okay, buffoons, angle, bracket, um, alpha hoot, ella, like tall, theta, asana, colas, hala, t'challa, maybe Bali, axis, the lead, or it's the lead, ice probably, aid, neonatal nurse. The Urals and Arc, Bear Cub, Saddle and Horns, Mechanical Bull, Sam MCAT, different, maybe Clue, Cutco, Alt, Tech, Nor, Tim Walls, Wave, I guess, Oval, Gen Z, Java, Evan, We, okay, spells probably S, Solos, Lamau, Commute, maybe Rail, Uh-oh, Wet, Paint, probably Oh No, Omaha, Pet Sitters, Ambitious, maybe Ads, Antlered, Animal, Elk could be, uh, Pun, Peppy or something. Okay, Kiss for Heart. Those are bands. Run Out. A Line. Nia maybe? Lads. Okay. Tectonic Plates. Adept. Get At. Pet Sitters. Sconce here. Clods. Incan. Carne. Corgi. We Will Rock You. Type A. Punk. Pitch. Okay. Get lap dogs, lap cats. Alright, just a typo issue. But once again, gaining time. 0411 this time. Go ahead and admire the puzzle. I'll admit to not using the theme or understanding the theme as I was going, but now I see it. These are all things that might rock you, and you know, a nurse might rock a baby. Mechanical bull will like literally rock, and then tectonic plates, I guess like earthquakes. I'll admit that this is a little weak as a theme. I'm not a huge fan of neonatal nurse. As Phil in general, like mechanical bull and tectonic plates stand on their own. Neonatal nurse is a bit forced, I would say. And then the act of rocking, definitely the nurse makes sense. Mechanical bull certainly, but tectonic plates, I'm not sure I see exactly how they're rocking you. Because I think of it as like going back and forth, but like, earthquakes certainly can rock you, but it's not really the tectonic plate that's doing it itself. Like the tectonic plate is getting rocked itself, if you think about it, in an earthquake. So this one I didn't really understand. In terms of the other fill, it seemed like fine. Yeah, yeah, not a lot of long fill outside of the theme. Tim Walls is like fine. Bear Cub, it was a cute clue, I guess. Like Yogi Bear was once a bear cub. Um, I don't know. Nothing really stands out to me as particularly exciting in terms of the fill and the theme itself. was just okay, I would say. Definitely not a disaster of a puzzle. I still enjoyed it. I don't like MGs glued like this, actually. It should just be milligrams. But anyway, I'm going to give this just a straight up 5 out of 10. Enjoyable, but I don't think outside of the ordinary. But anyway, we've started off another solid week, about a minute ahead of schedule. So, you know, stay tuned. This might be the week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.